My name is Tiffini. I'm on staff here at Skookum Kids. In my role, I work alongside volunteers and help with case management at one of our emergency shelters. So I work at the emergency shelter in Central Washington. And today I just want to talk a little bit more in depth about our shelters and how our design helps kids manage stressors. Our emergency shelter is named The Landing. We named our houses The Landing because we've always envisioned our shelters as a soft place for kids to land when they find themselves in the difficult transition that is foster care. We like to think of this as a fairy landing, or even like landing a plane. It's an opportunity for us to welcome kids into safety and offer a stable launching point into whatever is next. When kids first arrive at the landing, they're often far away from home, away from their families, and they may not have any of their belongings. Kids are rightfully unsettled by this. Entering foster care in and of itself is considered an adverse childhood experience, or an ACE. Adverse childhood experiences, or ACEs, can be defined as sources of trauma or pain points during childhood that have lifelong impacts. To cope with trauma, the nervous system responds in a variety of different ways. In our work, this is most often displayed through behavior. Children may struggle with regulating their emotions. They may have a hard time connecting with adults. They may have abnormal eating patterns or sleep schedules, and they may not make eye contact. They also may not be able to self-correct. At the landing, these behaviors do not define the child. Instead, these behaviors indicate a need for the security of safe adults who care. Our volunteers and staff have the opportunity to enter in and to help this transition into foster care become a little less scary for kids who are entangled in it. These volunteers aren't superheroes. They're not doing anything extravagant. They're ordinary people just like you and me, who are spending a little bit of time each month investing in things like sharing a meal together, going for bike rides, taking a walk, drawing pictures, learning the Frozen soundtrack, among all sorts of other things. These things may seem small, but they matter. Research shows that being outside for 15 minutes a day, repetitive movement, eating well, empathy, and relationships are all effective ways to mitigate stress and to help the body come back to a place of rest and safety. At the landing, we are very intentional in the ways that we care for kids who are experiencing increasing amounts of stress. An example of this would be the menus we have at the houses. So at each house, we post a menu on the wall so kids are reassured of where their next meal is coming from. This is because some of the children who are coming into care are coming from households that are currently experiencing food insecurity. In addition to meals, each child that stays with us receives an intake bag. And I have one here to kind of show you as an example. So each bag contains fresh clothes, toiletries, and anything else that kiddos would need during their stay with us here at the landing. Another thing that we do is we also equip our volunteers with training on something called trauma-informed care. This training allows our volunteers to consistently respond with compassion and patience as they interact with kids that are staying at the landing. From here, we can start to see kids who were once guarded become kids who can start to put trust into adults. When kids trust us, we can see who they really are and connect with social workers to find not just the next placement, but the best placement. This 3-day period at the landing ensures that kids are cared for in meaningful ways and that foster parents are set up for success. I hope that this explanation of our purposefully unordinary house was helpful. For more information on how to get involved at the landing, please visit our website and connect with our staff. I also would encourage you to consider donating in the next couple of days to the 72-hour fundraiser to help serve kids and families. Thank you so much. Goodbye.